Secondly, Caroline, you said you laid out several of the actions that President Trump has taken. That obviously there's a stark contrast to the previous administration of breakneck speed from President Trump. Can we expect that pace to continue as the first 100 days moves along here and beyond that?
Absolutely. There's no doubt President Trump has always been the hardest working man in politics. I think that's been proven over the past week. This president has again signed more than 300 executive orders. He's taken historic action. I gaggled aboard Air Force One to mark the first 100 days of this administration, 4 p.m. last Friday, or first 100 hours rather. And this president did more in the first 100 hours than the previous president did in the first 100 days. So President Trump, I think you can all expect for him to continue to work at this breakneck speed. So I hope you're all ready to work very hard. I know that we are. Zeke Miller.
Thanks, Caroline. A question that we've asked your predecessors of both parties in this job. When you're up here in this briefing room speaking to the American public, do you view yourself and your role as speaking on, advocating on behalf of the president or providing the unvarnished truth that is not to lie, not to obfuscate to the American people?
I commit to telling the truth from this podium every single day. I commit to speaking on behalf of the President of the United States. That is my job. And I will say it's very easy to speak truth from this podium when you have a president who is implementing policies that are wildly popular with the American people. And that's exactly what this administration is doing. It's correcting the lies and the wrongs of the past 4 years, many of the lies that have been told to your faces in this very briefing room. I will not do that. But since you brought up truth, Zeke, I would like to point out, while I vow to provide the truth from this podium, we ask that all of you in this room hold yourselves to that same standard. We know for a fact there have been lies that have been pushed by many legacy media outlets in this country about this president, about his family, and we will not accept that. We will call you out when we...
What's good, Souls of Thought family? It's your boy Norris. Welcome back, man. Man, what a couple 2 weeks it has been. As you can see, today was the breaking first house presser. She did an amazing job. Amazing job. I'm highly encouraging everyone to go watch this video, go watch this live recording that they did. I am going to post the link in the description. But before we get started, I want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting the negative and the positive comments. We love it. Keep it coming. That's what we're here for. We're here to have a conversation, regardless if we agree to disagree. That's fine. As I like to tell everybody, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. A like is free, man. You like it, it'll be able to get out to other people. But like, comment, and subscribe. So appreciate you guys again, man. Just welcome back. There's been so much going on, man. I want to start off first by saying, man, it's great news out there. If you guys haven't done so, for all you content creators, podcasters, YouTubers, everything, you can now go to Whitehouse.gov/newmedia. I'm going to put that link in the description too. It's Whitehouse.gov/newmedia. And now you can become a presser or a press conference person that can go into the White House press conferences and possibly get some of your questions answered. President Trump has noticed that we, the people, the small people, are the ones that people are actually getting their news from, which is why I'm making this recording today. It's because we have to get the right news out, not the fear news. I'm starting to notice all over the internet, all over social media, everybody's here fear-mongering. I'm going to actually play a part for you that talks about the federal freezing and how it's not going to impact people when it comes to an individual federal support. Will it freeze like big federal things? Yes, like probably some corporations who fully go off of federal funding, they will be impacted. The corporations. When it comes to individuals, i.e. food stamps, WIC, SNAP, all that stuff will not be frozen. She says it directly from her mouth. People who are going to school, your stuff will not be paused. You will be able to go to school. I just seen on my Facebook page, someone said, man, I called my administration office quickly. They said I was still good. Yes, you're still good, because everything federal that impacts an individual, not a corporation. I know corporations do trickle down to individuals, but the individual items will not be affected. So please get the right information, guys. I am I think that's the more stressful thing, is that we are not educating ourselves, man. If we need to eliminate fear and encourage education. That's what we have to eliminate fear and encourage education. Go get your news from the right sources. Everything that she's going to talk about today is actually on the White House page. You can actually go see the document word for word, everything that's going to be said today, how the president feels about things. And another thing you guys got to understand, when you're watching these little 5, 10, 15-minute clips from us on YouTube, we're not giving you our full point of view. We're just giving you a little bit of information, and hopefully you dive deeper into this topic. So some people go on here, y'all be in the comments writing full stories, and nobody's going to respond to those comments. We are here making quick information for you so that you can dive in a little bit more. Just like every book I read, I don't go out and tell everybody every page from page 1 to the end. No, I'll give you a quick little snippet or something that was important to me from the book, and hopefully you go and educate yourself. So that's what we're doing here as content creators. We're here to create content, and hopefully that it gets into your system, that you want to go and do something productive and go research some things for yourself. With that being said, please pay attention to what the questions that she's getting and the responses she's going to give them about the federal freeze. It's very important. So listen up.
President, about his family, and we will not accept that. We will call you out when we feel that your reporting is wrong or there is misinformation about this White House. So yes, I will hold myself to the truth, and I expect everyone in this room to do the same.
And Carol, I just have a substantive question. Yesterday, the White House Office of Management and Budget directed across the board freeze the subsidies for individual assistance, we understand, to federal grants. It's caused a lot of confusion around the country among Head Start providers, among providers services to homeless veterans, Medicaid providers, states saying they're having trouble accessing the portal. Could you help us clear up some confusion, give some certainty to folks? And also, is that uncertainty, how does that uncertainty service the president's voters?
Well, I think there's only uncertainty in this room amongst the media. There's no uncertainty in this building. So let me provide the certainty and the clarity that all of you need. This is not a blanket pause on federal assistance and grant programs from the Trump administration. Individual assistance, that includes, I'm not naming everything that's included, but just to give you a few examples, Social Security benefits, Medicare benefits, food stamps, welfare benefits, assistance that is going directly to individuals will not be impacted by this pause.
Going directly to individuals would not be impacted by this pause. It's right there. Like, I mean, I have people that are, man, this doesn't make any sense. I even got somebody telling me, I don't like your leader. He's everybody's leader. And he's going to be your leader for the next 4 years, regardless if you like it or not. We are the only culture in society who will go work for a boss that we hate, take their paycheck, and then come home and complain about it. If you don't like where you are, leave. I guarantee you they will let you get on the back of that cargo flight. And you can go to Colombia, you can go to Canada, you can go anywhere you want to go. I guarantee we can put you on the first class. You know what I mean? First class flight to wherever you want to go. If you don't like it here, get out of here. Because I'm going to tell you this, regardless of what you might think about our leader, regardless of what you might think about the economy, we are better off than, I would guarantee you, over 90 to 80% of people in the world. There's people out here who don't have a roof over their head. There's people out here who are in these third world countries. We got homeless people who now can't get into shelters because we were putting immigrants in those shelters. We will give immigrants all the money and all the information. This is nuts, man. And the only reason I say we, because it ain't the white people coming at me. And not all white people support Trump. If you didn't know that, it's a lot of white people, mostly women, who didn't support Trump. With that being said, you guys have to understand it's your leader. Period. Just like if you don't like your boss at work, you can quit. You can quit on America too, but you're only going to be quitting on yourself, because everybody knows that this is all ebbs and flows. Different presidents come in every 4 years. We all stuck through Biden, who was unhealthy, medically shouldn't been in the White House, and then y'all almost thought we were going to have Harris in there. This is crazy. Listen, get your information from firsthand. I don't care how upset you are. We have to take our emotions out of it. This is why we can't have female leaders. That's why Harris would never win. She fought off of emotions. Everything was a little snag, like, no, it's about, hey, I understand you don't like him, but at least pass the right information on to your family and friends. Some of y'all are on here, oh, they're freezing everything. I can't believe this. That's not what you just heard. Let me play it back just in case some of y'all might miss it. Let me play it back.
Who is implementing policies that are wildly popular with the American people. And that's exactly what this administration is doing. It's correcting the lies and the wrongs of the past 4 years, many of the lies that have been told to your faces in this very briefing room. I will not do that. But since you brought up Truth Seek, I would like to point out, while I vow to provide the truth from this podium, we ask that all of you in this room hold yourselves to that same standard. We know for a fact there have been lies that have been pushed by many legacy media outlets in this country about this president, about his family, and we will not accept that. We will call you out when we feel that your reporting is wrong or there is misinformation about this White House. So yes, I will hold myself to the truth, and I expect everyone in this room to do the same.
And Caroline, just on a substantive question, yesterday, the White House Office of Management and Budget directed across the board freeze with some exceptions for individual assistance, we understand, to federal grants. It's caused a lot of confusion around the country among Head Start providers.
He said it's providing a lot of confusion. She's about to clear up the confusion for y'all. But some of y'all ain't gonna listen anyway, so it don't really matter.
Providers services to homeless veterans, Medicaid providers, states saying they're having trouble accessing the portal. Could you help us clear up some of the confusion, give some certainty to folks, and also is that uncertainty? How does that uncertainty service the president's voters?
Well, I think there's only uncertainty in this room amongst the media. There's no uncertainty in this building. So let me provide the certainty and the clarity that all of you need. This is not a blanket pause on federal assistance and grant programs from the Trump administration. Individual assistance, that includes, I'm not naming everything that's included, but just to give you a few.
Not going to name everything that's included because that'll be a long list. Probably something on your list that you're telling everybody on Facebook that they're going to get frozen from. But maybe you can go online and look at the rest of the list. But some of the things that I know a lot of y'all single baby mamas and stuff want to know, she's about to say it.
Examples: Social Security benefits, Medicare benefits, food stamps, welfare benefits, assistance that is going directly to individuals will not be impacted by this pause. And I want to make that very clear to any Americans who are watching at home who may be a little bit confused about some of the media reporting. This administration, if you are receiving individual assistance from the federal government, you will still continue to receive that. However, it is the responsibility of this president and this administration to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars. That is.
And listen to where some of the money was about to go to.
Something that President Trump campaigned on. That's why he has launched DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, who is working alongside OMB. And that's why OMB sent out this memo last night, because the president signed an executive order directing OMB to do just this. And the reason for this is to ensure that every penny that is going out the door is not conflicting with the executive orders and actions that this president has taken. So what does this pause mean? It means no more funding for illegal DEI programs. It means no more funding for the Green New scam that has cost American taxpayers tens of billions of dollars. It means no more funding for transgenderism and wokeness across our federal bureaucracy and agencies. No more funding for Green New Deal social engineering policies. Again, people who are receiving individual assistance, you will continue to receive that. And President Trump is looking out for you by issuing this pause because he is being good steward of your taxpayer dollars.
Thanks, Caroline. Sure. How long is this pause going to last, and how is the Trump administration recommending that organizations that rely on federal funding make payroll, pay their rent in the meantime?
It is a temporary pause, and the Office of Management and Budget is reviewing the federal funding that has been going out the door. Again, not for individual assistance, but for all of these other programs that I mentioned. I also spoke with the incoming director of OMB this morning, and he told me to tell all of you that the line to his office is open for other federal government agencies across the board. And if they feel that programs are necessary and in line with the president's agenda, then the Office of Management and Budget will review those policies.
There you go, people. The Office of Management and Budget is open. If you feel like there's something that's important, if you feel like your people aren't getting what they need because you're a federal funded program that's just been frozen or paused, go. Then come back with your information. And I like what she didn't do there. The lady also asked about people not getting paid, etc. She didn't even try to answer that because she didn't want to lie to her. I've been in the military. I was in the military for 20 years, and I swear it felt like every year our GS employees, etc., were going through a possible furlough or they were going to get released. These things have been happening for year after year after year. We cry wolf, people fight for a budget, this and that. Now things are being paused and people are losing possibly jobs. People are losing out on their income. But you know what's funny about all of that? People that are not in the federal system go through that every day. People lose their job every day. But we didn't think about that when we sent $6.5 billion to New York for immigrants. We're not talking about the $1 billion that Governor Abbott's trying to request from the White House due to all the extra security and things they had to provide for the border those last 4 years. See, it's a lot that goes on that people don't want to know. This is not about if you like President Trump. That's what we're missing here as individuals. I don't care who you like and who you don't like. What's important is that we get the right information out at the right time so that we don't confuse our counterparts. Because when we start to confuse people, you bring in fear and it starts to slow down the whole process. People start making rash decisions because they don't know what's going to happen, but you're giving bad information. If you were my friend, I would want correct and accurate information, and that's what Souls of Thoughts is here to do. We're here to give you great information. And if I don't know the answer, I'll provide you somebody who do. That's what they tell you at your workplace, right? If you don't know the answer, don't make it up. Take it to somebody who knows the answer. That's what I would do because I'm a great friend and a great person. So again, for everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, please continue to do that. Continue to put your thoughts down there, no matter how negative they may be. We love it here. We need your interaction. Again, as I like to tell everybody, God loves you, which is most important. I love you. You're beautiful, and your boy's out. Lego.